a chat about United.
Let's have a talk about Manchester United.
What's happening now?
Down to 10 men at the weekend against Bournemouth. Managed to get a draw.
Come back to get a draw.
Yeah. And do you know what? They did deserve that. And it was made easier going down to 10 men. And it shouldn't have been down to 10 men. You can understand why Bournemouth would feel aggrieved. But that sending off, that kind of tilts their challenge to getting a European football as well. But on the same day that Manchester United get a draw against Bournemouth, Liverpool win the title by 15 points with 4 games to go, and it throws up that conversation, the most successful club in England. If you go to the Telegraph today, Jamie Carragher writing, move over Sir Alex, Liverpool are the greatest. Gary Neville also said 20th league title for Liverpool.
Move over Sir Alex?
Yeah, move over Sir Alex.
Well, that's a bit strong, Jamie. I don't mind the move over Man United, but move over Sir Alex. His record takes a bit of beating, does it not?
It does, but Jamie Carragher speaks in this article about as if people were saying they were living in the past, but actually looking forward, what the ownership have been able to do for Liverpool.
Yes, they've done brilliantly.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
They can sometimes be discredited for that, but Gary Neville saying that Liverpool's 20th league title will end the long-running debate over who is England's most successful club, and says it's a sobering moment for everyone associated with Manchester United. So looking at the numbers, Liverpool are the most
that sounds very much like Gary's accepting the fact that Liverpool... is he accepting the fact that Liverpool...
Yes.
Oof.
I think we all have to when you look at where they currently are. I mean, Manchester
currently,
United...
yes.
But now you look at the numbers... You know, a record equaling title.
Absolutely.
And then Liverpool's record in Europe. So who are the more successful?
And you probably have to say, without any doubt at this moment in time, Liverpool look as though they've got a far greater chance of adding to the trophy tally than Manchester United.
Oh no, big game Thursday.
Yes.
You forgot about that, didn't
No,
you?
I did actually. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. So therefore, if we could just rewind and forget everything I said in the last 15 seconds.
Actually, like Man United fans would say, don't forget that, because it just shows you how far off it they are. The Europa League, okay, they won't be sniff if they win it.
I think the bigger picture is you'd say, looking ahead to the next 5 years, if you're a betting man, you'd say Liverpool are going to win more things than Man U over the next 5 years, based on what we can currently see. I do think, I don't know, maybe it's my generation. I didn't get to see Graham Souness and those guys play.
God, what a team, by the way.
The teams I remember are the Man United teams. You know, from I was born 88, so let's say from 96 onwards.
When were you born?
88. Is that okay? I know I look 50, but I'm probably sure I'm not.
That's destroyed me, that has. I mean, but getting back, Liverpool sides, I mean the Man United side with obviously Giggs, Keane and all that.
That's the teams I remember.
Sensational. Absolutely sensational. And you can't compare eras and you can't compare teams. We all love to do it and we'll continue to do it, but some of the Liverpool sides, Troy, with Kenny and Graham and Rushy and all those boys, I mean, absolutely. Laurel, Alan Hansen, absolutely remarkable. But the continued success of that Manchester United team under Fergie was, I thought, was equally remarkable.
I think that's the thing, though, when you talk about living in the past, how much longer can Manchester United fans keep looking back at the success when Liverpool are now going to overtake them? I
don't think you can look in the past, Shebahn. The same way, I don't think you can forget the past.
No, never.
And I don't think you can. I don't think you should ever not look back and enjoy the past, but you can't live in it.
Yeah.
And Manchester United are at a massive crossroads, if you like, I think, in the club's history, because let's be honest about it, they aren't standing still. They're going back the way. They are going back the way, whether they like it or not. They're going back the way. Time will tell whether Ruben Aron's the man to move them forward. Right, time will tell. But you look at this. You look at the competition. The competitions now, they are playing against Bournemouths, Brentfords, Brightons. You know they're
looking at taking players from there. They're linked with Semenyo. They're linked with Cunha from Wolves.
Yeah,
that very rarely happened in the last 15 years at Man United. So I take your point, Ali. I think, in my opinion, I think Aherne is the man. I like what I'm seeing. I know it's frustrating for a lot of Man United fans, but you have to hit rock bottom to go back up.
Do you think he can believe the size of the job? And he must have walked in there thinking, okay, this is a big club, big job in my hands. However, he must have been staggered at what's going on.
I think the biggest frustration for him would have been the amount or the lack of professionalism within that place. I think he would have expected to be at Man United, it be here. I'm just going to come in and tweak a few things. I remember one of his first interviews. He's talking about how many days off the guys get because Rashford flew off to New York and Casemiro went somewhere. I bet he's looked around and gone, what's all this about?
Yeah,
this is like 1992 stuff. This don't happen now.
Well, a matter of stick, I said about 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't say it would happen, but I said, talking about Manchester United, the decline of Manchester United, I said, Liverpool, the team that we're celebrating right now, who have done fantastically well, didn't win the title for 30 years.
Yes, yeah.
30 years, Shebahn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have a think about that.
Yeah.
Now, if it said 5, 6, 7 years ago, Manchester United no win the title for 30 years, you'd have got locked up, right? You see it now, and people will go, I don't think you were right, but you never know.
Yeah.
So they've got a long, long road ahead of them. And it'll be interesting. Just the whole club. But there's the whole, in terms of all the PR for the club as well, people getting paid off. And I know the man's got to do what the man's got to do for a business, but it's just a really tough time to be a Manchester United fan right now.
Yeah, I agree.
But okay, coming up next, there'll be I wouldn't imagine a lot of sympathy coming out this morning to the Liverpool fans. If you're a Liverpool fan out there and you feel sorry for Manchester United this morning, do not, please give us a call.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.